Hey guys, how's it going? Uh, it's John. Welcome back to another Optimized Nurse video. So today we're going to do an overview of the Operation Launch class that we've been putting together for you guys. So the first question I want to answer is why this class? So I was sitting down with Shanna, Lindsay, Jennifer, Becca, and Camille, and for lunch one day, and we were trying to talk about ways that we could help you guys have a as successful career as possible as you're starting your careers. Like what kind of plan can we put together? And it's kind of short. This is what we came up with. So we came up with first, so the NCLEX helps you, its one job was to help you pass the, or the nursing school is meant to help you pass the NCLEX, I'm sorry. And then orientation, what that job was to help you perform your job description. So we got those two down and we said, well, we know that there's more to a flourishing career than passing the NCLEX and performing your job description. That's not, you didn't become a nurse to perform your job description. Or maybe you did, I don't know, but most people have a different why in their heart than to pass meds and do all the things that we have to do, the mundane things that have to be done sometimes. So with the next, so we thought the natural next step was going to be is to design a program that's grounded in science that's going to help you guys have a flourishing career. You know, we talked about how, you know, we give our patients the best careers or the best evidence-based practice. Why not give you guys the best evidence-based practice on how to have a flourishing career too? So that's why we're doing this class. You know, they are committed to your careers. They really want you to be successful, and because they know that the happier and more successful you are, the better care our patients get, which is the actual end result and the actual reason why we do this. I obsess about, here at Optimized Nurse, I obsess about giving you guys the tools that you need to help you have a flourishing career. That's my one obsession, and I've been obsessed with that for a long time. So we're going to define a career on a very wide, or what a flourishing career is, like on a very like a big theoretical level, and it's like this. So it's the string of days and weeks and months and years and 2 years and 5 years and decades. It's those string of days where you're doing the things that are most important to you in your career. So in other words, you're spending days doing whatever that reason is that you became a nurse, not to do your job description, but why did you become the nurse? If you doing those things over and over and over and over again, that's what a flourishing career is going to be. Okay. So we'll start there. I've got some more stuff on that, and then we're going to go into, so I've got 3 micro modules. I'm not sure what day I'm going to be with you guys yet. But ideally it's going to be 3 1-hour sessions. If not, I have the condensed version I can do for you guys in 1 hour. It's still packed with the good information, but the longer one will help me get the ideas across to you guys a little better. So the first module is going to be how to have a great day almost every day. So science says that this is the key to a successful career. You know, so we discovered the power of compound interest on our careers here. We're going to begin. We're going to discover the mechanics of how to begin your nursing career like a world-class professional by installing habits of success that run on autopilot to get you to where you want to be. That's the whole key of this. So we're going to talk about approaching your day like a world-class champion. Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talking about being proactive. We're going to be creative before we're reactive. We're going to talk about decision fatigue and how that plays a role in your motivation and good decision making. Obviously, as a nurse, you're going to have to make good decisions throughout the whole day, and so we'll show you how the high quality professionals do that in other fields and see what good stuff you can take from that. So Dan Siegel talks about the asset of a healthy individual is psychological flexibility, the ability to have a plan, and then the ability to get off that plan and bounce back as soon as possible. I've got about 5 videos that talk about most of these ideas going so far, and I'm going to put out a lot more. Most of the videos I have right now are on this first module. So we're going to talk about, we got Dan Siegel's idea. Then we're going to talk about the mechanics of, let's line up our dominoes, and then line up the dominoes to each step that you're going to take to have that career you want. And then we're going to talk about energized tranquility, where you approach your day in a calm, confident manner, like a world-class athlete would. They don't have to decide whether they want to get up and go work out or get up and hit the gym or whatever. That's how I want you to come whenever you come to work. So that's going to sum up. I've got a lot more ideas, but that's going to sum up module 1. So then module 2 is called the Masterpiece Daymaker. This, I give you guys the best evidence-based practice on the psychology of success and the best scientific evidence on time management, the best ideas from like a lot of people, I'll tell you that. So what we're going to do is we're going to install habits of success, and then we're going to learn about the habits of success, and then we're going to learn the mechanics of actually putting those into what I call your masterpiece day. That to help you, this is where you go from theory to action. We're going to help you put in that whatever reason that you became a nurse, we're going to install that into your day and put habits so that you can do that every day. So this helps us avoid taking shortcuts and gets all of our tasks that have to be done, like the whirlwind idea. I just went over the last video I did was over Sean Covey, Stephen Covey's son. He and a couple other authors wrote a book called The 4 Disciplines of Execution. And what he talks about is, well, we'll go over that. You can look in the video down there. It's what it's called, the number one lie we believe about time management as nurses. So it was really amazing to me once I figured out that they were telling the truth about that number one lie. I was like, man, wasted so much time. And then we're going to go over the core habits that you need to have for a successful day. Peter Drucker, the author of Effective Executives, talks about time blocks as the number one time management tool. So I'm going to show you how to use those. We're going to talk about making waves throughout your day. You can't be on 100% of the day. Most people want to go on and they never want to. They never come down and rest. So we're on all day. We skip lunch, we skip our breaks, and then we wonder why we're innervated, why we're anxious, and we're burnt out, and we don't enjoy our jobs because we don't know how to plan it. Now, some days they're just gonna go out of the drain, but not most. And some people, it's the majority of days. So we want to cut that out. So we'll talk about how the way at the beginning of your day is what you have control over. Like if I had a piece of paper and I was going to implement time blocks, it would be like, this is how much I have control over. And this, you're just going to be putting out fires all day long. So we're going to talk about that. And as we're deliberately creating our masterpiece day, we're going to talk about that. Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, I think he's wrote over like 10,000 Dilberts now. So he has a book called How to Win at Everything and How to Lose at Everything and Still Win Big. So I'm going to give you some really good ideas out of that one. And then Cal Newport on deep work has a bunch of good ideas in there, from deep work to deep focused energy work, and then to matching your energy to your work. We'll have deep work, we'll have teamwork with your, like whatever you need to do with your team, and then monkey work, like your IPOC care plans and all of these things. We're going to say, we need to match our energy to our task. We don't use our best energy on the monkey work. Okay, so that's how we're going to talk about those ideas, and I've got a ton more of those too. I mean, I could talk for years about that kind of stuff, but these are the best core ideas that we're going to talk about for this session. Oh, and then module number 3 is how to have a bad day and still rock it. So here we're going to cover the realities of, just how hard this job really is, and then I'm going to arm you with the tools that you need, that all the great nurses use to overcome all of this struggles and stress of the job. So we learn to use challenges as growth opportunities and not as reasons to take us out and make us have a bad day. Because remember, the string of good days. That's what we're trying to do. So we're going to figure out how to not let little things that are going to come up, inevitably they're going to come up. I'm going to give you the tools that you need to overcome those. So Colin Powell, I can't think of the name of the book that he just wrote and just came out. There was a quote in there that says, a plan never survives first contact with the enemy. Even the best strategists have to consider the enemy on occasion. So, meaning we're going to make our masterpiece day, but even the best of plans have to consider the enemy, the things that are going to knock us off that day on occasion. So that's just another thing we're going to talk about in here is common humanity. When you have a bad day, don't think it's your fault. It's really not your fault. Everybody, all of us, I've had a bunch of bad days. Everybody's had a bunch of bad days. I'm not trying to prevent you from having bad days. You're going to have a lot of bad days. But the key is to have a whole lot more good days than bad days. And to control the things that we can control, like how to deal with the things that come up. So that's another, Gabrielle Oettingen. She's awesome. She has wrote a great book, Rethinking Positive Thinking. And there we talk about some strategies. I'll give you some strategies about how to come up with a plan to overcome those obstacles when they arise. So talk about the 3 reasons why you have a bad day. And then we'll also talk about implementation intentions. And I've got a ton more ideas on that too, but these are some of the best ideas in science that's scientific based that we've got on all the books I've read. So, so the thing that makes this class different than most classes, so the ideas are grounded in science, of course. Yeah, I have, I can show you all the evidence that you need for that. But the thing that I do differently is I help you go from that grand theory of like, oh, I'm going to help you have a good day. People say we want to help you have a good career. Come work for us. But they don't ground that in reality and help you guys really grasp and on the action side of how to do it. So that's kind of, I walk you like step by step how to plan your day like a professional would. So, so if you have any questions about it, I'm going to go into link all the, a couple of videos I have about, I've got how to approach your day like a world-class champion. I talk about one of them. I talk about decision fatigue. I talk about the first time I landed on scene in the helicopter. We were coming down and, everything's going on crazy. And so you got to learn how to deal with that. I talk about, there's another one in there about psychological flexibility. I'll link them all down here to get you started. But it's going to take a little bit of work and a little bit of time, but I think that it's going to be an awesome class. So if you will, subscribe down here for me so we can, so you'll get an update. Hit that little bell thing. That way you'll get an update whenever I put up the next video. I just started working on Module 2's video, so I've got the first one out. I just put that one out not too long ago about the number one lie about that the S nurses believe about time management. That's pretty good. I think you'll be surprised. And so yeah, like it, subscribe down here for me, and then I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay. All right. Bye.